Yeah, man, it's your boy Bang. Back in part motherfucking 3. Shit, I'm halfway through it though. So, I'm knocking it on out, man. Got a little bit more to go, but let's get through it. So, the pine cone or acorn doesn't just represent the physical resemblance to that of the pineal gland, but it also represents its position on the tree of life, much like how the forbidden fruit would hang. Excuse me. The two serpents intertwining also mimic the very structure of the double helix DNA strand in between each intersection or crossover. You have the various chakra points that meet in the middle, stemming from the root to the third eye, where the two snakes' heads meet, and finally activating the wings of flight through the crown chakra at the very top. And you know, we still talking about the Caduceus symbol. The pole in the middle represents the balance of the two energies in alignment with your connection with God through a fully supported immune system. Each coil of the serpents on either side represent the planetary energies in our solar system. We must master in our earth-bound journey before ascending out of 3D consciousness. The Uraeus is also known as the Nagus or serpent crown, which is seen in the various pharaohs' headwear, which it too is purposely designed to mimic the shape of the cobra. The snake comes from the upper portion of the headwear, indicating the location of the third eye itself. Many indigenous African cultures see the uraeus as a symbol of protection, wisdom, and power. It also has the biological structure that forms the infinity symbol. The rising uraeus is the eye of the sun, if awakened, ready to claim its power and willingly fight against darkness and oblivion. It truly illustrates the endless lessons and incarnations of our part in an immeasurable and boundless universe, where we constantly rise and fall through learning experiences. The rise of the cobra erat, the rising one calls one to raise their vibrations above darkness, to claim our own magic through our divinity. The balance of the two snakes from the macabre, the pathway of the heart, is just connected to everything through doing the work within the Saturn matrix. Saturn itself rewards you with the talisman of Saturn through the 7 seals of Solomon. These seals are encoded into your genetic fabric for us to access higher levels of consciousness. The word Solomon itself is broken down into the 2 polarities of masculine and feminine energy. So the sun and masculine. Okay, hold on. The word Solomon is broken down into the 2 polarities of masculine and feminine energy. Saul, the sun and masculine, and Man, the moon and feminine energy. In alchemy, the symbol for the fire, the sun, is represented through the upward facing triangle, and the controlling of the water energy from the moon takes form as a downward triangle, delta of Venus. These 2 triangles make up the Macabre, portraying transmutation through opposites, just like in the yin and yang symbol. The same can be said with Israel. Its lettering construction is made up of Isis, feminine energy, Ra, son of God, masculine energy, and El, which confirms to the divine spark that connects us with God. This is why the majority of archangels have names ending in El: Raphael, Michael, L'Oreal, and Gabriel, and etc. As to that of the El omen, the 2 intertwining serpents that was previously discussed, coming together to form a balanced union between the positive and negative polarities, can be seen in cultures worldwide, not just deriving from ancient Egypt. Just like we see the masculine and feminine, God and goddess, in that of Osiris and Isis, you also have Pingala, Adya, Shiva, and Shakti in Hinduism. When the Chinese have an ancient, even the Chinese have an ancient tradition story called Dragon Ball, which entails of 2 dragons, the dragon of fire and the dragon of water, fighting over this ball. It is said that these dragons represent the internal battle between the 2 branches in our vagus nerve that connects us to our brain, the vagus or vagus nerve that connects to our brain. Biologically, we are always choosing to respond from either our sympathetic or our parasympathetic nervous system, fight or flight mode, or homeostasis. The circular formation of that ball represents the yin and the yang symbol, expressing the fundamental law of the universe through the visual balance of the circle, just like that of the pineal gland. It seems that lots of these religions and spiritual practices globally are preaching the same teachings, but through different symbology and metaphors. The circle is the completion of two opposite forces coming together. The circle is represented through the number 0. The zero's construction is made up of the two halves of polarities of a brain wave. The two halves of polarities of a brain wave that go up and down when matched together. Since everything is perceived through brain waves, which is just a frequency of energy, nothing exists other than through the perception and interpretation of thought. This is where we get the concept that we are everything and yet nothing. Everything is real and yet it is not. Everything just stems from thought and everything is mind. The yin and the yang symbol is showing us two halves of a brain wave, which is encompassed within the circle itself. The circle represents the continuous cycle of life. The completeness of this circle denotes immorality with the construct of duality existing within. Just like how the spherical bubble of our universe, I'm thinking that's how you pronounce it, if not, I can't get all of them, universe encapsulates the energetic spectrum of dualistic vibrations perceived within space and time. This is why the circle is considered whole. The numbers 0 and 9 are linked together. God, or the Creator, exists in the 9th dimension. When you take 360 degrees of a circle and add the separate numbers together, you get 9 in numerology. Since the Creator, which we are all a part of, also exists in the void, this represents nothing. But we came from nothing and thought ourselves into existence. Therefore, the whole of the circle is also the black hole of the void, where everything can be transcended. We create everything from nothing through thought. The macabre is the merging of opposite polarities in balance, just like the yin and yang symbol, made up of an upward and downward triangle to form a 6-pointed star when it is activated and the energies are flowing together. It spins so fast that it projects out a spherical light that is connected directly to source. Its simulation is much like that of the rapid particle trajectories within an atom. Palladian ships are a macabre that can be visually perceived as to that of a glowing orb that help this species move in and out of dimensions through a frequency change by speeding up or slowing down vibrations. When you take the triangle's 3 points of 3, 6, and 9, which correlates to the dimensional links that form the trinity of creation and matter and add them together, you get 9. This equilateral triangles angles also add up to 180 degrees between the 3 points, and between the 3 points. 1 plus 8 plus 0 equals 9. If you take the 2 triangles from both polarities of the mecha cup, you get 180 degrees plus 180 degrees, which equals 360 degrees.